I'm Reverend Mary Hawk, and with me is my guest, Silas Memar. Hi,
Miss,
Silas. Thanks for
hello,
joining me.
hello. How I hope everybody's doing well. Happy to be here
And
on this Tarot Thursday.
Tarot Thursday in Pride Month.
Yes, it is.
And we are here to talk about tarot and do readings. If you have a question, you can go ahead and post it in chat. We'll be happy to pull for you. I'm reading with the Infinite Tarot as usual because it hides my other tarot cards if I don't read with it. What deck did you bring?
I have my lovely my whoops, here we go. My rainbow I'm sorry, my mermaid tarot deck.
Wow, you have a Mermaid Tarot deck.
Yes.
Hey, Dana, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. If you want a reading, just post your question.
Oh,
But of course, the Sea Priest has a Mermaid Tarot deck.
yeah, of course. It's my favorite deck. Uh I don't know if I told you the story last time, but that deck I had another mermaid deck that I liked. The other one I think was published through Llewellyn. And I mean, it was a great deck. I loved it. I used it a lot. And then when I was in Salem, I went into the Omen there. Was it Omen? Yeah, the Omen there. And I saw this huge box that was a mermaid tarot deck. I was just like, oh, that's really pretty. And then I went back and I was just like, oh, well, there's another one. There it is again. There it is again. And it kept on screaming out to me. So I'm just like, okay, hear it. So I bought it. I read through the book over a period of about a week just to be a little bit familiar with how it is. Um, and then I started reading it, and the other one was good. This one, I connected very easily with this one, and everything just really flows.
That's awesome. Hey, Dana. Well, thanks for just logging on to support us. We appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
So, if anyone's got a question, go ahead and post it. That's what we're here for.
We are.
Yeah. Actually, while we're waiting, could you pull three cards for me about, as you probably know, we're in the process of building a new house. So
Yes,
we've
yes.
sold this house. We've got to be out by August the 3rd, and our new house is supposed to be ready mid-August.
Uh-oh.
Maybe sooner. If you could give me a feel for when the new house might be ready, that would be awesome.
So that's cute and funny. Um, so the funny thing is that there's not a definite answer. So so not a definite answer on the when. Um, but what I do see, so first thing, Six of Pentacles came up. Oh, let me take away that blur. 'Cause that's um, da, 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 da. There we go. So the Six of Pentacles came up. I see this as a card of options. So basically, moving into that time frame, I would look at some other options and some other alternatives while you're waiting,
Yeah.
because there might be just a waiting period. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that's funny. Um, well, that's not funny. I like the options. Um, I like this one. I think this one's really funny because it's just, well, hey, let's look, but there's not an answer. It's just keep on looking, keep on just keep on doing your manifestation. And yeah, just keep on manifesting it and keeping on top of it. Um, don't be passive with it. Don't just let it
Right.
happen. Manifest the work moving forward. Because
Yeah.
I almost feel like if you don't move it, then it's not going to move forward in a strong way. This is the Knight of Swords. So this is just a reminder to keep on moving forward in your life, um, and don't let the little bump that is the construction stop you from anything. So if that means that you need to find temporary housing or something along those lines, then make sure you have a plan of action.
And we do. We've got a couple of options. Okay.
Good.
So in
Good.
fact, no one can say yet.
Yeah,
All
yeah, it's
righty.
good. Or it's just playing with us because I almost feel like you keep on asking that question, and you keep
Yeah, I've
on,
asked it before.
and it keeps on evading the answer for you.
Yes, because I like things laid out where I can
Mhm.
plan for them.
Fair. I like planning things, so that's why my partner and I are we're a great match. I like
Mm-hmm.
planning things. He is much more spontaneous than I am. So that's why, like, I plan certain things, and he's just like, oh well, let's go ahead and do this, and so I love that. That's a great balance for us. Me being the Libra of balance. So
There you go. All righty. Anything I can pull a couple of cards on for you? And if
yes.
anyone has okay, what's that?
So let's go ahead. So we've been talking about me and moving into the psychic line business, and the fact that this psychic line has just opened. So let's pull some cards as it regards to the psychic line business and profitability for me.
All righty. And if anyone else has a question, please go ahead and post it in chat. Okay, profitability of Deej and the psychic line. Well, we've got the tower.
So some things need to
So
come down first.
so it's going to work, but it's not going to work the way you think it is. And then I've got the 5 of Cups, which means there's going to be a bit of a letdown at first.
Yeah, yep. I've kind of seen that a little bit already, but I mean that's normal. It's just like building things. So
And then we've got the Princess of Swords, which means really you're going to have to apply yourself to it to make it happen.
fair, fair. It's one of those things I like doing it. Part of my problem is that I haven't been very disciplined when it comes to it,
Mm,
such as I say, oh, well, I'll go ahead and log onto the lines from this to this time. And they're just like, oh, well, I'll go ahead and log on in a little bit. Oh, I'll log in a little bit. Oh, I'll log in a little bit, and I'll delay myself logging into it. And and instead of being on for 4 hours like I had planned, I'll end up being on it for like an hour to an hour and a half.
ah,
So that's
well,
that
the
that's I
best
need to
advice I can give you is how would it work at your mundane job if you did that?
fair fair. A mundane job is as a restaurant server. So
So
yeah,
yeah, you wouldn't have it.
right, exactly. So yeah,
It
I just need to do it.
yeah. I think you need to do it, and I don't know if you have an option to publicize it.
I do a little bit. Like with this new one, they're running specials and stuff like that to get new and contests to get new customers. It's the brand new line, so I like that. So I just need to put that out on my social media.
Yeah, you do. You need to set up a schedule for publicizing that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I definitely want to push it when I'm on it, clearly. Um,
Yes, ideally you want to be pushing it when you're logging on it and set up a schedule so your
yeah,
people can find you.
yeah. And see, when I get to Columbia in August, it'll be easy for me to just make a schedule because the little one will be in school during the day. And so I'll be able to be like, okay, well, I think I'm going to be on from this to this time to this time while the little one's in school or at daycare. So I
No.
don't have to worry about distractions or noise and stuff like that. So that'll be good.
Alrighty. Okay, folks. Well, we appreciate everyone that's watching, and I can see we got people watching, but come on now. Can somebody ask us a question? Anything.
Hmm. I have an idea. While we're waiting on some questions to come through, let's see what kind of energies we have coming for the rest of the month of June.
And June's an important month, and it's turned out to be a very favorable month in Tennessee because the drag law ban was just struck down as unconstitutional.
I love that.
Oh, we got a question.
Great. Let's
What should
see.
I concentrate on with my career? Okay, so we'll each pull 3 cards for you.
I love that.
Since this is your first time here, that's how it works.
Okay.
I think you were already given an omen earlier, Dana, that your future might lie with lizards. Joking. One of her kids brought her a lizard today.
Oh, that's funny you say that. Did you see Lady Angela in Jacksonville? She took a picture of salamander or small lizard that had accompanied her across the bridge in Jacksonville.
Just hanging out in.
Right, right. Awesome. So, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first for Dana?
I've got my cards here. So, the first thing I've got here is the Seven of Swords. So, right now, this represents an uphill battle. It's not something that can't be won, but it does mean what you're doing right now is something you're working hard at. And you need to put a lot of effort into it. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune. And what this tells us is that there are cycles in life and things are changing. So, where you have felt like you've been fighting an uphill battle, something is changing and it's going to be a different cycle. And where you are right now, the woman in the picture is in prison. Not saying you're in prison, but she's waiting to be released. So, right now, you're waiting to see how this cycle is going to change. So, I'm going to pull one more card for clarification. And I get the Six of Wands. So, this is going to relate to collaboration and teamwork. That's where you need to be focused on. And I don't see any lizards anywhere in the spread, so I think we can leave the lizards out.
Nice. I like that. I uh, I giggled because I find it to be very interesting that I also pulled the wheel. So clearly, cycles also. But what I'm going to say is if things feel a little bit disharmonious at work right now, that don't focus on that, because just as cycles, there's highs and there's lows, and this too, this shall pass. So don't focus on on the bad. Just let it do what it needs to do. Learn your lesson so you can move forward to the next one. Um, One thing that popped up also is the Four of Wands, and what this one to me says is to um, I don't know how your work home balance is right now, but I almost feel like you need to take a look at that. If you're working too much and you're not having enough leisure time at home, it might be time to look at that work schedule and see where you can modify it if it's financially okay, um, because you really need to make sure that you take care of you. Because if you don't take care of you, then you'll be useless to do anything, and that's normal for. I suggest that for everybody anyway. So I love that. And then the last card that came up is the Queen of Pentacles. In this deck, this is the Lady of the Lake. She is the one that is the protector of Excalibur, the protector of her own treasure. Um, so what that says to me, she's very intelligent. Um, and yeah, so just keep an eye on everything. Take a look at what's going on in your workplace. Um, I feel like there's little symbols that are just popping up around, and you're just like, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's really neat. Oh, I haven't seen that before. I wonder where that came from. So just like little messages like that. So I feel like there's something that's trying to tell you that maybe there's something better suited for you, or maybe there's some other interest that you have that can really add to your overall satisfaction at your job.
Okay, hope that helps.
Me too.
All right, who's next? Well, go ahead and pull some cards on the energy of the month.
Oh
You are
yes,
welcome.
yes, I pulled those out, and let's go ahead and see. So, um, it's really interesting. The cards that I pulled are not the happiest of cards. They are all challenging cards. Um, for example, the Nine of Swords. Oh,
Mm.
yeah. So the interesting thing about this is that the person in the tent is holding their ears to or covering their ears so they don't hear the siren song. What they forget is that this is not their home. This is a temporary place for them. So they need to hear what's going on and pay attention to what's going on around them. And but it's a temporary thing. That's something very important to keep in mind. So whatever challenges pop up during this month, um, again, keep in mind that it's temporary. Another one that came up is the Eight of Swords. So there may be times that you feel trapped, um, that you can't break free. But the thing is that you can. And little details on this mermaid that's tied up, it's hard to see in that picture. But right around the neck is her spirit animal. It's a mink that's whispering into her ear, "You can do it. You are enough. You're exactly where you need to be." So those are messages that you need to keep in mind, and remember that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Don't let yourself feel trapped. And the last one, I really love this one. The last one that came up is the Hierophant. So she's studying. So read, do your research, um, learn a new skill. If you're hearing this, that's for you. Learn a new
Yeah.
skill. You've been thinking about reading up on something lately, and it's time to just do it.
Okay, you heard the man. Just do it. So, anybody else got a question for us? And I'll just mention I've spent my free time today working on plans for the Pride Parade. You know, I'm the coordinator for National Pagan Pride Day, and we've got a float in the Pride Parade.
Oh, I love that.
So we have been working on coordinating things like stickers and what are we wearing and
Rainbows and
no,
unicorns.
I bought a rainbow caftan.
So it's funny that so I not funny, haha, funny, interesting that and lately I've been having some memories pop up in my Facebook and pictures that I've seen from actually 4 years ago. So 4 years
Hmm,
ago, I was also in Spain,
right.
and when I was in Spain that time, I actually was able to go to two Pride festivals.
Oh wow.
So it was really nice to see those pictures and the things just to remind me of how blessed that I am and how blessed we all are. Um, just I mean to be alive, to be able to do and act in our own highest good
Right.
and have fun. I love that.
It
Experiencing new
is.
things.
Okay, anybody else got a question tonight? So, what was your first tarot deck, Silas?
So my first tarot deck, I still have it to this day. It actually looks like it's brand new because I never actually did readings from it. I've had it probably for almost 20 years, and it fits perfect with this month. It is the Pride, I'm sorry, the Gay Tarot. It's another one by Llewellyn. Um, it's a beautiful deck. Very when I had my other mermaid deck, the two of them really balanced each other out because the other mermaid deck was about 99% females, where and the gay tarot is pretty much all men. The
Mm-hmm.
Empress is not the Empress. The Queen is not actually a queen in each of the suits. Um, and it's really yeah, it's all men, but I love the deck. I haven't done but a couple of readings from it, but really, it's one of those decks that has been with me through all kinds of stuff in my adult life. Um, so when I use the deck, when I have the deck near me, it basically feels like an old friend, the old friend that you can tell anything to, the old friend that just knows everything, that knows your history, and so that's the energy that he has, um, and very comforting. So I love that.
That is
What
so
was
cool.
what was your first deck?
My first deck, and I still have it, is called the Celtic Wisdom deck. It's by Caitlin Matthews,
Hmm.
and it literally pulled me off the interstate one exit early.
Oh wow, that's nice.
It was in Barnes and Nobles. My daughter and I were on the way to the mall. We were going to eat dinner at the food court and catch a movie. And I got off the interstate and she's like, Mom, isn't it one exit up? And I'm like, yeah, I want to run in Barnes and Nobles. I don't know what I'm doing in Barnes and Nobles till I see this tarot deck. But I
Nice.
literally had gotten paid that day.
Talk about serendipity.
No, it's just like the tarot deck says, okay, you just got your first good paycheck from the new job.
Yep, there you go. There you go. I love that. I love that. Incidentally, my first tarot deck, I actually bought it when I lived. I don't know if you know this about me, but I did live in Kansas City, Missouri for a while.
No, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, from 2001 until I moved to the South. So 2009, January of '09 is when I left Kansas City area. But yeah, so I was there for a while, and that's where I have my where I got started into paganism, witchcraft, and clearly my tarot deck. Um, yeah.
That's neat. All right. Well, last call. Does anyone have a question for us? Anybody?
Going once,
Going twice?
sold for $1 million.
I wish.
I know, right?
Yeah, would be nice.
Oh, here we go.
Righty. Okay.
So live
Are
in
things
Deontay.
going to be looking up anytime soon? All right. And I've got a jumper. Okay. Are you ready or you want me to go
Uh,
first?
sure, I'm ready.
All righty.
Okay, where I see right now, well, first off, I come up with the Four of Swords, and I love this card. Um, she's in a place of stasis right now. But the interesting thing about this card, you see the other creatures looking at her, but it's kind of like the Sleeping Beauty card too, or like Sleeping Beauty. She is in this clear stasis. You don't know if she's sleeping, uh, if she's dead, or if she's just waiting. Um, and so that's kind of we're in a place of stasis right now of just hold, non-movement. So that's kind of where you're at right now with your finances. They're not great right now. Struggles, but it's a place of non-movement. Um, I'm going to move one step further. The next card that came up is the Empress. She is the mother of all. So I'm not going to say that your financial worries are unfounded, but just know that she will provide. This card is actually for this Empress. This is Yamaya, the mother, the great sea mother of everyone. So just know that she will provide for you. Um, don't be don't be passive. Look to other avenues to improve your situation. Um, Look outside of the box because there are skills that you have that you're not fully utilizing, and that might be the hidden message: is to look at all of your skills to create a better future. And the last card that came up, and I absolutely adore this card, is the Ten of Pentacles. This is the family card. surrounded by family to celebrate the fruits of your bounty. So that's definitely something very positive. Um, look for support in your family. Um, look for cherishing those connections that you already have, and just keep those lines of communication open. There might be somebody in your family that knows your skills and has a particular um, lead for you to help improve that situation.
Hey, Fluffy. So the card that jumped out is the Prince of Cups. Cups are about our emotions and water. The Prince represents air. So here we've got air and water, and they are opposites and they work very well together. So this is about cooperation. Thank you, Fluffy.
Hey, Fluff.
The next card I've got for you is the Six of Cups. We're still looking at emotions, and this is talking about seeking new alliances. It could be new love, it could be another type of partnership. So, in your situation, I would look for someone you can partner with around your finances. And then finally, we have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is talking about looking to your higher power, whether you view that as goddess, as your higher self, as your spirit guides. There is a message you are getting here about what you need to do. And I'm going to pull one more card to clarify. And I've got heart. So, whatever is driving your situation, you have a very strong emotional tie here. This shows lovers, although it doesn't have to be romantic love, but whatever is driving the situation around your finances, it's something that you have a very strong emotional tie to. So you may need to be able find a way to step back a bit and look at it a little more rationally to find the way to the best resolution. So, Liv and Deontay, I hope that helps you. And hey, Fluffy, yes, we can do a general reading
General.
for you, but I draw the line at back. I don't do tarot for puppets.
Oh, interesting. Let's see. Let's start with your world, Fluffy. So first, the first card that came up for me in this is the Ace of Cups, which is definitely emotions, but also beginnings. But what I see in this cup is a little bit more than that. Um, the cup is already full. So there's something that you have to pull out of that cup, something you have to release to make room for more. So there's plenty of abundance in your life right now, but there's something that's blocking or hindering what can be more. So it's time to identify what that thing is so you can take it out and just be able to move even forward. Um, and this is funny because we were just talking about this card a little bit too. So also came up the nine of swords. So it's almost like it's something that you already know, but you don't want to listen to it. Um, you know what you need to do, but you're resisting that for whatever reason. Um, it's a yeah. So like in this one, you can see the dude at the top of the cliff is covering his ears because he doesn't want to hear the siren song. Um, but he's in a temporary place that this is going to be moving. So it's time to either move from this and or just like listen to the song to see what the message is. That's I feel like that's what you're missing is what the message is. Um, and then we finish up with the moon. What I love even more about this card, it's she's singing. This is all about the message. So you need to hear what the message is and process it. Be opening to receiving the message. Um, I think that's the removing from the cup is so that you can receive this message to expand uh, to expand, like just expand and yeah.
All right. So this card has come up before tonight, and I did shuffle, but we have the Seven of Swords. So you have been fighting an uphill battle. And of course, I know you very well, and I know all the issues you've dealt with in the last couple of years. And you have stayed focused and fought your battle. So, and this card I feel like is where you are right now, the future. And this card represents the story of Icarus and Daedalus. But is this Icarus flying too close to the sun and having his wings melt so that he falls into the ocean and dies? Or is it Daedalus who plots a safer middle course and escapes to safety? So the message here is find your safe course. Don't fly so high you melt your wings off. Find your safe course forward. And then finally, we have the King of Wands. And this represents fire manifesting as fire. This is a situation where, with careful planning, you have all the resources you need to bring about what you want with careful planning. So again, it's about plotting that middle course, or in Fluffy Bro, don't go flying off half cocked. You need to think about what you want to accomplish and how best to accomplish it, and plan out your next move. And you're in a position you can do that now. You need to be acting rather than reacting, is the sense I'm getting here.
More plans, less by the seat of your pants.
Yes. Oh, yeah, and wear pants.
Cute ones too. I mean, it is Pride Month.
Yeah, definitely cute ones.
Yep. Also, I have a tin of the tin that I have has Yoda on it that has my Q-tips in it, so I can lend you one of those Fluffy, so you can clean out your ear.
No kilt for the Fluffy. Tell Joe I love him too. And yes, you stay mindful of what you can do. And for heaven's sakes, don't drive your wheelchair up into the bushes again. All right. Do we have any more questions? And somewhere around here, I had Baby Yoda ears, but they may be at my desk in my office.
So funny you say that. So, and the Yoda thing. I saw a meme the other day that I shared that was really cute. It had, uh, I mean, it was a truck, and on the back of it, it said TOY, and then it had a picture of the Yoda. So Toyota, and then it had a picture of a taco, and it said Ma. So Toyota Tacoma.
Oh
It was
my
very,
goodness.
yeah, it was very witty.
Very witty. All right. Well, if nobody has any more questions for us, we're going to go ahead and say good night. I want to thank everyone who's joined us and hung out with us. And I will be back next week on Thursday for another edition of Tarot Thursday. And Silas, thanks so much for being my guest and safe travels.
Thanks for having me, and I will. I'll have extra fun just for you.
You do that. Good night, everyone. Blessed be.